What's up, guys? It's your girl Tracy, and welcome back to another episode of It's Not That Deep. And I have another guest for you guys, and a new guest for you guys. Hello.
Hey,
What's up? What's good? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's such an honor to be here.
Really?
It is. It is.
So, for this is Willie. But for the people who don't know you, can you repeat the name?
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Willie Nkya, and I am a film and TV producer and also a travel and lifestyle content creator and a fun-loving individual because I believe Michezo di Fura and life is supposed to be joy, happiness, and yeah,
And all that good stuff.
and all the good stuff. Yeah.
Alright, so let's start with the icebreaker bit.
Okay.
That's the first segment, you know. So first, I was having a hard time with this because I was trying not to repeat a trend, but like I was like, whatever, let's just do it, So, tell me, what are your like female icks?
Female icks.
Like things girls do that give you the ick.
Oh, when that's a good one. All right. So one, I don't like when a girl is fixated in the idea that I'm a girl. There's some things I can't do, like when they're like lazy, like using the girly, when we need to be business. It's like, oh no, see
Oh, okay. When it's
That.
being business sisters, I can understand, but that is so
Yeah.
me. It is good.
Well, because I think I was raised with five sisters. So I'm blessed with five sisters. So I've seen them like run the house. So that's the idea of women I like to be around with. So whenever I have somebody who's like, still like, no, me, I can. Being like a slave queen where we need business, there's times to do that. So that's one. Another is when a girl wears an outfit that they end up being uncomfortable
In the outfit,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
outfit, while I feel like, I mean, you chose to wear this out first place. So I think those are the icks that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I use the term "I'm just a girl" so often. I will use,
Well, it depends.
but
There's
it
parts
depends.
you use
Yeah,
it.
yeah, only parts that are like I'm like jokey. Like if it's time to get shit done, I'll get shit done. Yeah. So I have like icks. These are from girls, like things guys do that give girls the ick, and you're gonna rate them.
Okay.
See if they're valid.
All right, let's do that.
All right. First, a guy who's scared of everything. That's icky.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah, cause unakuta kama ni panya ondoa panya. Why are you being scared
There are
like
things to be
me?
scared of,
Yeah, of course.
especially when it's like a guy and a girl in a room. But it's also allowed to be scared. Guys have the right to be scared as well,
Sure.
especially based on somebody's experience, what they've been through. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
valid.
It's
Fears, there are
valid.
different types of phobias, and guys have that too.
And it's okay to have
have-
fears.
But Mwamba.
So another one is being overly nice.
Yeah.
When you're too nice. That's an
Yeah.
ick.
Oh, so you like us? Okay. So you like us to be kidogo, a little bit mean. You guys like the bad boys.
No. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna say from my experience. I don't like nice guys because nice is like a defense mechanism. I want you to be kind to me. I don't want you to be
Okay.
nice to me. And first, you're nice to everyone. That doesn't make me special. Like be rude to everybody else, but like kind to me, or and
Alright.
gentle, but like not nice.
That's nice.
Not nice.
What's the difference though of being nice and
I don't. I have like
being kind?
an abstract idea of it because I feel like nice.
Is being nice like a people pleaser?
Exactly. Being nice is
Okay.
like a people pleaser. Like I don't want to have any trouble with anyone, so I'm just gonna go along with everything. Da, 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 da. And it's really not. You need to be your own person.
That explains why I'm single. 'Cause I feel
Because you're too
I
nice.
feel like I'm like always like people pleasing, which is something that my little sister's always been on me on my case. It's like, but I think I got it from my dad. He would always want peace. He always chooses peace over everything, regardless of his personal like issues. But he always like choose peace, and I feel like that puts me to the nice category. That means we're going to heaven. But yeah.
And maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Saying that they can get any girl. Like they brag about I can get any girl, I can get you, I can get your mother and your sister, and your great grandmother.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I have friends who do that, and that pisses me off too as well.
It's so disgusting.
Especially, I know that, bro. There's some people you're saying they're way out of your league. So
Exactly, and they're
please,
so overconfident
yeah.
with it too, and you're like, bro,
I feel like it's 2024. I mean, there are better things to brag about
exactly
than that.
than that,
Yeah.
than getting girls. 'Cause-
Yeah, get the money, bro.
Get
You
the
should
money.
brag about that.
Okay, has a lot of IG followers.
Oh, has a lot. Ooh, that explains why I'm No, it doesn't depend what they're doing. Like example, like an
Okay.
artist where
For me personally, it will be okay if you're like a content creator type of person.
Okay.
So you need the followers to like, but like you're just a normal day-to-day person. You have maybe your 9 to 5 or whatever job you're doing, but you have a lot of IG followers for some apparent reason. Why?
it's not the problem they're
No,
attracted.
no,
Okay.
no. I want you to like be mysterious, not known. Have like 2 followers with 0 posts. That's
Okay.
that is sexy. Cause like now you're mysterious. Now I don't know you. Now it's exciting. But you have like what? I don't know. I don't know how many followers is a lot. Like 5K, 10K. I don't know. Two,
But there's a
3K.
limit that you just are not comfortable with, depending on. Okay. I mean, I could
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a very social media person, so to me, social media is the first place I go to research. So if I go and I see there's nothing there,
Yeah.
like example, there's like few posts that doesn't tell me what kind of person you are. That to me is sort of like a turn off, or like not sure here, because I feel
Now I'm
like my life.
excited for me. For me, if I don't find anything about you on media, now I'm excited. Now I'm getting detective skills.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm finding you.
No, okay, that's interesting.
But like
Yeah.
I know all my other stalker girlies can agree. The other normal ones probably won't.
Okay.
But it's okay. And the last one is he doesn't buy you flowers because it's a waste of money, but flexes that he's rich.
Oh, doesn't buy you flowers. Okay, I could agree to that. Um, but yeah, would you rather get like flowers or like money?
I like money
flowers
always.
will die.
I have
Like
money
the
always,
next day.
but like flowers has a purpose. The purpose of flowers, I feel like it's you're buying this because not because it serves any purpose. It's just because you thought of me and you wanted me to have it. It's just
Okay.
that.
But don't you think it's like the easiest thing guys
It's
get
the
away
easiest
with?
thing for guys to do, and still they don't do it.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like a girl would be in a relationship with a guy for 7 years, never got him flowers once. But it's the easiest. It's the go-to.
Yeah.
Get your girl
So I feel
flowers.
like when I see somebody taking flowers, I'm like, I feel like that was too easy.
It
Like
is
be
too easy.
creative.
It's too easy.
I like these bouquets that have money, like the ones that have like,
The ones
I
that
feel
have
like
money.
that would, anyways. But it depends on a person's taste. Again, I think it's important in relationships to have this conversation because
Yeah.
again, that's how I see flowers. I feel like it's the easiest when I take flowers to somebody. I feel like I could do better. I feel like that's the one thing. You're walking by the street, you know it's somebody's birthday, you just grab flowers and take it to them
Yeah.
rather than when somebody like takes time, crafts something, maybe does like an engraving
An
in a car,
engraving,
like,
or they do their own
yeah,
arrangement.
and I'm
It's-
like,
but
that
like
feels
flowers is like basic. Like ile pick off the streets umeziona pale
yeah,
panetopi.
Oster Babe, St. Peter's
Yeah,
Valley, like
yeah, Zippo. That's
everywhere.
the basic
So I'm like,
thing.
but again, I think it's important in relationship for people to like
Yeah.
discuss what love language, like what these things mean to them, especially like flowers, like thoughts, like vitu kama hivyo, like
Vitu-
Instagram
yeah.
followers, like like
Yeah,
everything
it's important for because we're all different, right? So,
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway, so after here another segment, now we are getting to know you a little bit, your
Mhm.
character and all that. So first of all, like what inspired you to do what you do? Like how did you become you
All right, so
other than birth?
well, as I mentioned, I'm a film and TV producer. That's sort of my main job right now. But on the side, I do like content creation. Apart from just content creation, I also run a thing called Game Night with my cousins. We run that. It's a fun company where we offer team building and corporate. So, but I think mainly because I do film and TV as a producer, but also now as a host as well. How I got into this industry is because One, I've always loved entertainment. I think growing up, uh, I think we were all inspired by Michael Jackson when he was black. But I used to love Michael Jackson. The fact that how versatile he was, like he had his own unique style, his own unique songs, and he was just living his life. And he could do many things in terms of like dance, sing, a bit of acting, and I liked how he took time to grow his craft from like as a kid to where he is right now. Dead, of course, but but it was nice to like see that being and seeing how the world received such a unique talent. So that's one thing inspired. But also, I think my father played a big role because he'd always tell us about what he did as a young. He said he's done DJing, kidogo. He loved
Wow.
music. He's always a
Okay.
person who goes. He's the life of the party. So whenever we have like family gathering or any event, if he's there, he won't be shy to go dance. Sometimes as kids, you're like, "Baba, not right, Bisha." Like, why are you
Cringe.
dancing? Like, why are you dancing? But at the same time, it's just like life is living, life is exploring, and also he would encourage us more to like explore and see what the world has to offer. So with that, it made us curious. And it would even like be strict at Akasirika when we're like somewhere you're not asking questions. For example, when you travel, but it's a road trip, he wants you to ask, "What is that?" Like, be
Yeah.
curious, have
Be
that curious
curious.
mind,
Yeah.
and then he'd always push us like, "Go out there. There's so many things you can learn out there, and there's so many things about you don't know. But once you put yourself in spaces, you'll see." But also when it comes to now film, because he also had cameras, he'd record like family moments, and he worked around refugee camps. I grew up in Kigoma, so my life has been in around refugee camps and getting to know that space is there. So with that, I would see how he'd use the camera to document stories of this uh, group of people who are in a space where they're not like struggling from their homes, and you'd use that to get more donors to fund them and to tell these stories like in reports. So with that, I would always see how like a camera is a powerful tool to capture memories for people and use that to tell these stories throughout the world. And I think that's how I got into to there. And then fast forward, started came to Dar es Salaam, started like exploring, and then later got accepted to a program that trained me in proper film and TV production, and that's where I am right now.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Sounds very interesting.
Well, yeah, that's a kidogo to
Yeah.
the
Okay, so I've asked people this question, not here, but like personally, Uko. But like, if you could be reborn to be anyone, like any race, any gender, any country, whatever, who would you be? Like, describe yourself, like, your race, your character, your the place you're born, all the itty bitty details that you feel like are important. But like, who would you be? Like, where would you?
I feel like it has been changing with time
Really?
ever since, yeah. But I think growing up, of course, you'd always want to be born when you watch like all this Western content. You'd want to be born in America, like
Yeah.
you like going to high school because I hated uniforms. So
Yeah,
going like
they
where
have their
you're
own
like yeah, you're like they're like so their high
so
schools are fun. They do like proms. So I would back then it would probably like I would love to like especially America like as back then you would think like because what was sold to us is like being white. So I was
yes,
like a
the
white
thing.
like a Zungu somewhere because to us growing up you'd see white people as they have everything figured out like their life is just perfect like their definition of perfect. But I think as I was growing up and learning more about who we are as African and how black doesn't crack, I loved more. So I think now as I'm speaking, I wouldn't want to come back as a different person. I would love to come back black in
In this
Tanzania.
country, in
In this
Tanzania.
country, yes. Because I'm enjoying the process and I feel like um, being in Tanzania, there's so many things I've learned about myself. Maybe if I'm somewhere else, maybe I won't learn. And I've been challenged in this country, and I see a lot of opportunities, especially for my career here, compared to other places where the industry is already established, meaning it will be hard for me to penetrate and
Yeah,
like
sure.
work. So if I was to come back, I'll definitely come back. Hopefully with a better voice. I would love to sing, but that's the only thing I think I would love to
Okay.
change about my
What
life.
about your family? What do you like your family to be like, or whatever?
Well, I'm gonna make a dark comedy. I would love my family and my parents to be alive.
Oh
Sadly,
no.
both of them have passed on. So I would wish to come back and stay with them longer, especially
Oh.
my dad and my mother. Like sadly, they left when I was young, so they could actually see me doing something,
And they'll be
and
like, oh, so
yeah. So I think that's the one thing I would wish.
me right now, I've always been very adamant with my answer. Okay, bear with me. I would like to be reborn
Okay.
as a male
Oh, okay.
in an eastern country where the monarch exists, or there's still like king, queen, duke, marquis, when I turn any counts, whatever. I want that system in that country, and I want to be a white male
Oh, okay.
as son of a duke. I want to experience what it is like to be privileged.
Oh, okay.
And a white male is the description of privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to experience that and see how it. Because I don't understand.
I feel like you would.
I don't know if I would like it or hate it,
Mhm.
to be honest. Will I abuse that power?
I don't know.
Oh.
The fact that you took much time to think of and you're excited for the privilege, I feel sorry for the
Probably.
girls in that kingdom.
Probably. But like,
And the like workers, you'll be that annoying duke.
yeah, I will be that annoying.
But yeah,
But I want to experience that. But imagine, like, I'm a son of a duke. They call me like, you're my lord. Imagine people calling you
Lord.
my
What
lord.
would your name be? What would your name be?
I don't
Have you thought
know.
about it? 'Cause
I've
then
never
in
loved
case
the
it'd be like
actual name.
Tristan.
Tristan
Oh,
of
Lord Tree.
Lord
Lord
Troy.
Troy.
Lord Troy.
Lord Troy, Your Majesty, the Queen.
The queen is
It's-
demanding
it's-
your presence.
It's
Oh
like,
God.
Your Majesty, I do. That's okay. But it'll be nice. It's just I don't know. When I look at these shows like Bridgerton and
Yeah.
etc., they are fun, but there was just heavy clothing. Like clothing was
Yeah,
just too much. Like,
I
so
hated
many,
the clothing.
so many layers.
So many
Like,
layers.
I'm like, guys, was it winter throughout?
And also, you would have you have your past memory. Like when you're reborn as this character, you have your
The
past
past
memory.
memory.
So me, for example, born as a white nuke, I
Oh.
know that I used to be a black girl in TZ, and now I'm like
I would join you on the abusing power part and the privilege. I'd be like, well, I could wake up in the morning and people just serve me.
people just serve
I don't
me.
need to like hustle work. I don't need to prove my worth. I mean,
Yeah, you
so-
know.
although it get boring. I
Of
feel like
course, yeah.
sometimes it's fun when you like.
And then
try
I'll
to-
be like that eccentric nuke son that I'm like, I don't want this privilege. I have it, and I'm
You
not going to
don't-
say no. But
and you're like-
I'm like, I'm going to Africa, and and they're like, no, my lord, you're supposed to be next in line or something.
You get malaria.
You want to be with those despicable black people?
Yeah.
Because I know the racism
I
there
know
is high.
It's high.
So yeah.
But that'd be
It'll be
interesting.
very
I've never thought of,
interesting.
like, I would love to act in something like that.
In some-
not live. Do something like that.
I feel like it'll be really fun. I feel like it. Okay.
Maybe.
So, what is your Roman Empire like in terms of animal? Like in the animal kingdom, what is something you think about for animals, like an animal fact that you don't seem to forget?
An animal fact that I don't seem to forget.
And you always tell this like to any person who is willing to listen to you, this animal fact, like if you're speaking of animals.
Oh, damn, that's a good one. What animal? I always loved pandas, but I've never met one. Dogs. Okay, the facts that I usually tell when I meet people who are talking about cats and dogs. Cats are divas. Like I've experienced with those creatures. I've had them. They're such divas. They're so full of themselves. They think they run you, which they do.
Which they do.
And they act so independent when they don't need you, but when they need you, they're like meow meow all over you, like annoying. But I think to me, the animal fact to tell, I think like if you're looking for a companion, dogs are the best, because those creatures are man's best friend. Those creatures have been lucky to have
extremely loyal.
very loyal. Like the amount of loyalty those creatures have, I feel like it's it's unexplainable. This is me getting emotional. But anyways, I love dogs because I think they're the one thing that you can actually feel love and you can define love from, especially when you're in a place where you're not experiencing it. Because when you come back home, there's this creature that's been there. So I've had
Waiting for
several,
you the whole day.
and
Thought
they don't care, and they'll suffer with you, they'll starve with you, and they won't complain as much compared to like other creatures. So which I feel like dogs are the loyal and the best pets ever. Yeah.
so my fact, my Roman Emperor, whoever is willing to listen, is that snakes, male snakes, have two penises, and they're each designed to their like species, specific species. For example, if it's like a reticulated python, like a reticulated python cannot mate with maybe an anaconda
Really? Oh.
or
Actually, they wouldn't.
they can't because they are
Penis
shaped specifically
on-
to the female. So all the females have different shapes, and the males' shapes are in line with the female.
I'm just curious how you got into this research of snakes' penises.
So okay.
Like Google, what is it? And you're like, ooh, let me learn more. I'm just curious.
So okay, if you get, because maybe once I get obsessed with something, I go off the deep end.
You're obsessed with penises.
No. I was obsessed with snakes.
Okay.
Snakes.
Okay. Well, let's call them snakes.
Bro. No, okay. I was obsessed with snakes, and I was watching this show. And I remember they captured this snake, and it was injured. And it was injured where it was like, oh, one of his penises was injured, and they were like, oh, he has another one he can use, so it's okay. Like the people who were talking, I was like, what? Two? And he can use them both. And I went to Google, and it was a deep hole from there.
It's funny, I've been to Snake Park in Arusha. I'm actually doing a vlog. I just haven't edited. But they didn't mention that fact. I feel like they ripped me off. Oh, they didn't tell me such important information.
It is. It's really interesting. So yeah, that is my Roman Empire. I think about that a lot.
I'm actually writing that down so I'd actually go
No.
research it more.
Well, yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah, you have another follower. I have another snake follower, so that's good. Okay.
Have you been
This is
bitten by snakes?
no.
I actually have, but it was non-poisonous. We were shooting with the snake, and
Oh,
then
okay, it
I was
was-
playing around with it. Ding. I was
No, it's
like,
non-poisonous.
okay, continue.
I thought it was like poisonous. I was like, I wanted to know how it all went.
Yeah, I wanted to experience that though. Like,
No.
so it'd be like, I almost died.
Yeah,
like-
it makes for
I'm
a
like-
good story.
It's like, I was bitten by a snake and I almost died. You should be careful with snakes. But yeah, but this was not poisonous.
Yeah, okay, so I have like one deep question. So, do you think that every act of kindness is ultimately a selfish act? Like, is every act, there is no such thing as selflessness, do you think?
Uh, There's no act. I think so. If I got the question right, every act of kindness. Repeat that again, sorry.
Every act of kindness is ultimately a selfish act. We're all doing it for personal reasons.
Yes and no. I think it depends on. I think it depends on context. To be honest,
Yeah.
There's many times, as I said, that being nice and people pleasing. Yes, it's a selfish act sometimes. Yes, I agree. Like KDP, sometimes, I think sometimes you do it genuinely for the sake of maybe you really want to help this person and you feel right and everything within you feels okay doing it. But I think it mainly depends on the context, and I think it also depends on your experiences. And yeah, I think context, especially the person you're with, the act itself, because there are different acts of kindness. So I think it depends. But I think most importantly is you as a human being. I think everyone knows what's right and wrong for them and what's yeah, it's not as clear. So I would say it mainly depends on the context. But at the end of the day, let's spread kindness, guys.
Yeah,
Kindness.
spread kindness,
Yeah.
even if it's for selfish reasons. But at least you're kind.
At least but again, put yourself first, though. It's important to put yourself first, even if sometimes it can be an act of kindness, but to you, it comes and eats you, it burns you inside, which is not good. So
Okay.
always be sure, I think, to take time to analyze the situation and just like do it knowing that it's well with you as well. So be kind to yourself first. I think that's an important lesson that I'm slowly learning is I should also be kind to myself. When things maybe don't go my way, don't beat myself up. When I'm not able to people please, I feel like a terrible human being. While sometimes, yes, because like, I could have been in that situation. There's always this like empathy, empathetic side. You always think like, what if it was me? But it's not you. It's clearly not you. Like you, like don't imagine it's just yourself being in a position which you're not. But appreciate you're in that
Yeah,
position.
appreciate the position that you're in.
Yeah, and don't beat yourself up for not being in that position. There's probably a reason that person is in that position, and probably it's a lesson to them. And you thinking rescuing them is a solution. Could be actually just taking them out from what could have made them grow and learn and become maybe better even than you or better version of themselves than you thinking you're coming to the rescue. Yeah.
All right. So have that is the end of the questions. So we're going to another segment. It's called Wicked Tales.
Wicked tales.
Yes.
All right. Dun, dun, dun.
So I am a true crime girly.
Okay.
So
Who
I
likes
love true
penises?
crime. do you not listen to true crime?
No, I mean, I'm saying who went to finding out penises of snakes. She loves true crime, and
I mean, it's not that surprising. I
well,
mean, it makes.
I'm just curious what crime you're watching that talked about snakes. But anyways, let's go.
Oh my god! As day and day, people point out certain traits of me, and I'm like, I am actually weird.
It's not weird.
It's a good weird.
Yeah,
It's different.
it's different. I think, me also working on like a children's show, I've realized we're very different, but very unique, and that there's no such thing as normal. Like, no more. There's no such thing as normal, and all this like con idea of normal, it's based on somebody's perception to life and what they've actually experienced. But I think it's important to look at our differences and embrace them because that defines us who we are and it defines us maybe a position and a purpose in the world. So please proceed, true crime fan.
So okay, I have a story today. I'm gonna tell you like the gist of it. So if you wanna listen, I'll get you the link to listen. From this, I listened to this podcast. It's called Minds of Madness. Best. He has the best voice. Like it's soothing. Like you can fall
Minds of
asleep.
madness.
Yeah, Minds of Madness. He has a soothing voice. Like I fall asleep to him. That's how I fall asleep. I fall asleep to true crime, but his voice helps. So yeah, I listened to that and I listened to Love Murder. But Love Murder is mostly about true crime revolving around love or betrayal, things of that nature. But like Minds of Madness is diverse. So this one, it's called Doctor of Death, or a serial killer in Omaha. It's a state in the United States. So how should I? Okay, let's follow the story. So it starts on a murder case, like there was a murder happened in this Omaha place. It's in the United States. I don't know what state exactly, but this place. And it was the death of this doctor and his wife and a child and their maid. So 4 people died, and these were doctors, like the Dr. Shirley, I think that's his name, his wife, his kid, and whatever. So they died. And the way that these people were killed, like they were shot and they were stabbed with knives in their own kitchen.
We're shot and stabbed as well.
Yeah, shot and stabbed.
Damn, okay.
So that's how it all started. And so when the people like the police and the FBI went to the scene, and they were like, first they were confused, like, okay, who would want to kill these people? They started doing the investigation on who might, and they first they started to look into the kid, and the kid was using this let's say an app or a website, and where like it's teenagers, but they try to act older than they are. But it's like the kid was acting older, all the other people are acting younger.
Oh, okay.
So they were speculating like maybe he got caught up with like a pedophile or some type shit, but that wasn't the case. And then they looked at the cleaner, but they couldn't find anything on the cleaner. So at that point, that case became a cold case because they couldn't get any leads, they couldn't get anything. Of course, there were witnesses, and the witnesses said, because the witnesses in every true crime story, in every scene, the witnesses are the best people because they give like they're always they're peeking in the window, they're looking, and they're nosy people, but they help a lot. Yeah. So they say they saw a man who is like bulky-ish and has a silver car with a sunset colored plate. That's what they said. But then they couldn't get anyone from there. So yeah, it became a cold case, and the police were speculating like, okay, this guy, from how the stab wounds leave, or like the juggler, so this person knows the autonomy of a little bit, and he's an experienced killer of someone, but will not be able to know who this person is until he commits another crime. But they didn't know he will commit another crime. So fast forward 5 years later, another crime is committed.
Just like that? Just
like that. Like two people, husband and wife. One was a doctor in the same, like, for example, I don't remember the name of the hospital. For example, to say me, I don't know, Cake Hospital. Yeah. So all of them came from Cake Hospital, and so they were confused. Like, why are they linked? So it means like these people are linked. It's the same guy, yeah. And they're killed in the same manner. Shots and kitchen knives stabbed with the kitchen knives of their own home. So yeah, so that's how it started. So we'll go back to who this person is. So the one who killed them, I don't remember the name of this guy. Yeah, I'm not good with names. So this guy, basically his history, he was doing medicine. He was taking medicine, did his medicine school is done now. They have this thing called residency. So which takes up to like 4-5 years. After he applied to the first residency, akakaa for like 8 months, but he was fired because he was poor. He was like the worst, I think. Yeah, it was the worst. Like, he didn't do really, really good, poor performance and all that, so they fired him. He went to apply to another place, stayed there for like a year or something, fired him because of the same shit. Then he started wondering about it. He did another type of residency, but the board like confirmed, oh, you have been kicked out of 2 places, so we're not going to give you your medical license, or we're not going to do residency. So that's the end of that. So after that, this guy became like depressed. Like, throughout this whole time, he was getting more and more depressed. So he was like drinking, all that. He wound up to the ICU or the emergency room like twice already for having alcohol, like more than 3 times than the legal required percentage of alcohol in your body. So yeah, so that he wound up like that 2 times alcohol, is an alcoholic, is depressed. So that's how it came to. How did they figure it out? They figured out. How did they figure him out? Oh yeah, they figured out how this guy they wanted to know who had a connection, who had something to benefit, or who had like some sort of hate against these 2 people in the same place. So they did the investigation. They found this guy, and they were like, okay, so this guy these 2 people signed on their termination contract. Oh. So he wanted to like have like a revenge. Revenge on all the people. And the police actually caught him at the nick of time, because walimkamata, in his truck he had like his murder kit. So he had like gloves, he had like a gun, he had some stuff for cleaning and all this. He was getting ready to kill some other people because he has a long list. He has a list of hao waliomfukuza kazi, anybody who angered him. So he was like on a murder spree of getting revenge. So sasa ikaenda kwenye the court kwenda execute. I said, this guy, as I told you, he's depressed. He's very depressed. So they got this guy, they got a lawyer who's the lawyer, the father defended John Wayne Gacy. Do you know John Wayne Gacy?
Not sure if it's part of the true crime. I'm not a true crime
Yeah,
person.
he's a really, really famous serial killer. Is he dead? I think, or not. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He got the injection. Oh, you don't know John Wayne Gacy? Oh my God, he's really, really famous. The clown face, dude. The clown.
Okay. I think I've seen that. Is Jeffrey Dahmer a serial killer?
Yeah, Jeffrey
Okay,
Dahmer is also.
okay. I think
Yeah.
that's the one I kind of have an idea of.
So yeah, John Wayne Gacy, he killed like a bunch of guys. He was gay. Killed a bunch of young children, young guys, young boys. A lot of them, like 30. Like that's his body count. Yeah, his murder body count. So like 30 kitu. So yeah, he was very notorious, very serious. So his father, the lawyer, defended him, defended that serial killer. So he had a lot of hate. So the father told the child, like, if you're going to defend a serial killer, just know there's a lot to it. So labda ulete, we can work it together. So this lawyer wanted to like defend him in some type of way because sure, the evidence against him is damning because you have the eyewitnesses. He fits the description, kabisa. Timeline, it fits. He was there at the time of the crime. Even they can check his Google searches. Yeah, he can get those. His cell phone tower pinged at the nearest location, which was in the location. So there was a lot of things against him. But the thing is, the client, to the guy, the serial killer, is saying that I did not do that. So it was okay. It was trying to find out why, how is this? Sasa kuongea naye, they couldn't talk to him because, you know, in when you get accused of killing a minor, a child, in prison they treat you horribly. So they torture you, assault you. He was in solitary confinement 23 hours of the day. So imagine you're putting a depressed guy in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day. You get 1 hour of being free, then you're back to solitary. So yeah, and even the guards don't give a fuck about you. You know why? Because you killed a child. So yeah, so sasa anaenda pale kwenye court hearings, and kumbe the state, what they're doing before the court hearings, walikuwa nampa injection to like inaitwa nini, like tranquilizer. Yeah, so yani he was dazed throughout the court hearings. He was dazed, he was unresponsive. Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrid thing what they did to him. Of course, he did kill a child. But anyways, long story short, because it was dramatic, the whole process was drama. Because how can you as a lawyer defend a person who the state is doing all these things against, a party you expect we are supposed to protect you until your trials, until you're sentenced, so that we can actually prosecute you. But then they're doing all these things. That means you're going against the whole thing. So it was dramatic. The whole thing was wild. But at the end of the day, he got the death sentence, the death penalty type shit. So yeah, he's in jail now. So yeah, that's the Wicked Tales. So he killed how many people? 4, 5, 6 people, and he was on his way to kill another person. So that's the tale.
Yeah, whoa. That's intense. I'm not really a fan of like true crime, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of generally crime and like violence and stuff because I'm a people please. No, because I think because again, the world is filled with so many things, and you as a human being have the right to choose what
you do,
what you want to see in the world and what you want to maybe do in the world. So I feel like to me, I really avoid like watching all those things because one, it might limit me from now interacting with people, especially like white men. Like I'm seeing like a lot of serial killers are white, like a lot of this. So one, it gives me the fear, and sometimes fear is good and it's bad as well because it might limit you from actually like achieving your full potential, whatever. I'm basing off on my personal fears and what people have feared, and I've been able to conquer it. So I'm like, yeah. So I don't watch that a lot because, yeah, I don't want to be sitting in a conversation that would start scaring people because I know I talk a lot. So I'll probably be sharing this crime dramas everywhere, and people will be scared. And at the end of the day, they might not do things because of the fear that I've probably
Instilled.
instilled in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm not a fan. But I think what I got from that, I think it's the whole dealing with rejection.
Yeah. You
So
didn't deal with it
yeah,
properly.
so I think also the one, if you go back to the question of where would I be born, I feel like when I was getting in this industry of entertainment, that it's a business. We say it's a business of rejection. We get a lot of no's than yet the yeses, but again, it's a lesson. You move on, kwa sababu, yeah, kwa sababu
It
it
is what
depends on
it
how
is.
you choose to see it. So one, a no could be a potential yes in the future. A no could be it could be maybe improve yourself. It could be you're not ready now. It could be go take time, improve this, kwa sababu I mean, you're learning, you're growing, you're experimenting, and you should be ready to get these answers. But I think at the end of the day, is what do you choose to believe in yourself, and also understanding that the world has 7 billion people. Everyone needs a chance. So maybe today it's not yours, it's somebody's, but it doesn't mean yours won't come. So you taking that no and forcing a yes out of it, you might actually at the end of the day, you might actually go to jail in 23 hours of soldier. Like, whew,
That's
that's insane.
rough.
Like, but
Go
yeah,
on a
and
murder spree of
let's
killing
talk
all those
about
who
this.
rejected you.
And let's talk about these things, guys. Like I said, rejection and
Rejection is
mental
hard. Like
health as well.
needs, yeah, you need to know how to handle it, even the mental health.
Yeah, and especially men, like, especially in the culture of Tanzania, tunakuwaga limited sana. Men are seen as just like your ex of men can't be scared of things. Like there's this idea of men idea of what a man is that we grew up seeing our parents and whatever. So at the point, it kind of sometimes limits you from expressing and fully like sharing your weakest points, because the first thing that comes out when you say a man is strength, like over anything else, is like strength, independence, like you are a one man army, like that's the whole point of being a man. And strength can be defined in terms of like you figuring out everything by yourself, you not having a connection with your emotions, because emotions are show it's part of weakness, and emotion means that your health as well. Like as a man, there are things you can't do, like cry, like evil, be weak, whatever. But at the end of the day, we're human beings.
Even you
But I
can
think
cry, okay, you
you can
can cry,
cry.
but like it depends on who you're crying in front of.
Yeah. So I think no, create like find that safe space
Yeah,
or
find a safe space.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. So for the last part of our little show here, I have a thing called dilemmas. Sort of like dilemmas that we need to give advice of. Not that we are professionals or we are any successful in anything, because this is like relationship stuff. So yeah, not successful in that department. But hey, maybe
I
you
have a
just
relationship with myself
yes.
for 29 years now.
So you
It's
can trust
been
that.
it's beautiful. It's been a good like like since day one. It was love at first sight,
It was
guys.
my first.
Like yeah, I love me.
Yeah. So anyway, since you all trust us anyway, let's just. So the first dilemma we have is like, why do guys act? That's the title. Why do guys act like they don't care in front of their friends?
Okay.
That's the title.
Mhm.
So she's 18, have been talking to a guy who's 25. This guy's a pedophile. Okay, me personally, I find like if you're dating a girl 18 or younger, you're a pedophile. I don't care. I know there are levels to pedophilia,
But
but you're a pedophile.
okay.
So wait until she's 19 or something. But anyways, she's 18, talking to a guy who's 25 for few months at this point. He acts like a completely different person when his friends are around. He tries to act cool in front of them, and he does that by putting me down. Then when I confront him about it in private, he says he's just joking and that's how guys act around each other. When it's just me and him, he's so sweet. Literally one of the nicest guys I've been with. And coitus is amazing.
Okay.
I just can't get over this whole friend dilemma. It's almost like he has two personalities. Maybe he thinks if he sucks up to me, he won't look cool in front of his friends. And I'm pretty sure it relates to his submissive kink. He has a submissive. He really likes when I'm dominant and in control. Kind of like a mistress, I guess. Honestly, the whole dev thing is new to me, but he really likes it, and I really enjoy treating him like my slave. Wow. I'm pretty sure if his friends knew about this, he won't hear the end of it. So, am I thinking straight, or is there another reason why he acts this way? Wow.
Oh,
Okay, there's so many to unpack
I know.
here.
I was like, I make film. That would be a nice film. Like I'm picturing everything. Like I'm visualizing how that is happening.
No, him
But
having a submissive kink and acting cool in front of your friend.
well, so do
Hey, we're
you?
not kink shaming here. You can have your kinks.
I mean, again,
You're
I
entitled
feel
to
like yeah, relationship is between two people. So you guys do whatever
do
works for you.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I think as a guy, to answer just as the title says, why do guys like act
It's cool in front of their
cool?
friends.
Yeah, cool in front of friends. Again, it's because it's back to your ick. It's that I could get any girl, whatever. There's that idea of coolness that you want to maintain, which might be bullshit. And again, sometimes as guys, the fact that we are not really uh, connected to, let's say, our emotions because maybe our culture and everything, our lifestyle. So we are more into speaking. So we're more into like we are big with words but less in action. So with that, we usually create this idea to our friends. Yani wanangu like mimi like demu wangu yani kila yani like even so you create these things even if in the bedroom or
It's
like
tough
totally
quality,
different.
yeah.
But because those are stories you've been hearing that men share about the relationship, that's what you want to maintain because that's termed as cool. Like I last about 2 hours or whatever. I last like this, like I can do anything. Like evil. Like this
Yeah.
one day I like 4 of them. We did like 7 times. We did it in the kitchen, the bedroom. Like there's that idea that you like. That's what you hear. And unfortunately, when you consume like films or pornography or anything, you get this idea of what, let's say,
Coolness
in
is what, right?
relationship is.
Yeah.
So when you go there, like everybody's sharing their cool story. There's no way you say I'm a submissive king. Like
No way you're
you're like,
saying
oh yeah, man, that girl, like I do this A B C.
I'm her slave,
You
bro.
see?
No way you're saying that.
So yeah, now it comes to the whole point of like relationship when people, like when you're in a relationship, I think it's important to talk about these things and again understanding a person's background as well because I don't know where the boy is from. Maybe growing up he never maybe felt validated or appreciated, so he is always forced to create two personalities so he could fit in, maybe because he was struggling to fit in maybe growing up, or he has maybe a trauma that he's dealing with that forces him to hack this personality, two personality, whatever. Maybe it could be with bullying, and then now he's like at this age where he has like a voice, he could speak, so he wants to maintain that status. With that, he requires him to create two personalities and Mushasiku Nani. But also, I think the girl should speak up as well. I mean,
She tries to tell him. He
Yeah.
said, I've told him privately, but he says he's joking. And the fact is, okay, you want to be cool in front of your friend, that's all right.
yeah.
But putting me down so that you can seem cool, that screams I am insecure.
Yeah, there's a lot of insecurity there.
There's a lot of insecurity because why do you have to put me down in order for you to be cool? Like you can be cool regardless if you're cool. Like,
Yeah.
if you're cool,
I
you're
mean,
cool.
I would advise that girl to. I know the quitters is really good, but there are better options out there.
There are better options.
Like I think there are better options, but at the same time, you don't want to be in a space where you're undermined and you're not, because that could limit you as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
again,
it could really like take you could a blow to your self-esteem.
Yeah, like she's even writing about this
Yeah.
here, and so that's a red flag, my dear. Play Beyonce, irreplaceable. To the left, to the left.
Yeah, to the left.
left. I can have another you in a minute. So just tell that nigga he should watch how his very could be
Yeah.
replaced very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these things people are doing. So she's a mistress, an 18-year-old mistress or 25-year-old man.
Well, first of all, she's old enough. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. And most of the films, maybe she has learned that from, but again, it's up to them. I wouldn't want to judge people.
Oh yeah, who would I judge
But
your
yeah.
stuff? I mean, you're entitled to your whatever you want to do, whatever tickles your fancy. You're laughing and for saying it's bad. It's bad that we're laughing, but no, we're not.
We're not laughing. To be honest, I'm just
We're just having.
and I'm just imagining how this advanced. So, example, one day, because I know the whole trend of sex tapes. One day, maybe a sex tape leaks, and then the guy sees the guy
Oh
doing
no,
that,
that's horrendous.
and I was like, "Ooh, that would be bad." But at the same time, the truth might come out someday, and I think, as a human being, it's really important to, like, understand that as much as you lie, the truth always finds its way. So you might as well just stick to a personality that you know you can maintain, which is your true personality, because that's who you are. Because this other personality might go someday,
Yeah,
and
true.
yeah. So I think be you.
Be you.
Yeah.
Another one. I-44. This is the title. I-44 female just found out my husband, 47 male, is a rapist. Advice. I know it's horrid, it's dark. Bear with me. See, I have been married to my husband for 17 years. We have 3 children, age 15, 13, and 10. We've had the perfect marriage. Clearly not, if he's a rapist. I didn't know my husband in childhood at all. He moved to my state a few months before we got together. We're about to be moving houses, and I was packing things away, and I found this old journal. I thought maybe it was mine, but as I got to reading, I realized it wasn't. It was my husband's guilty confession about his friends and him having sex with a passed out drunk girl in college in his hometown. I am disgusted. I plan to file for divorce, but I'm not sure what steps to take. We have a whole life together, though. Advice.
Well, so that was in college. That's when he did that.
Yeah, in college, even his friends
Did that
to a drunk.
journal as well. So he say he wrote it down as regretting.
He wrote it's a guilty confession.
Okay, so
It's
he's
clear. So it's a guilty confession. I don't know if he regrets it.
Yeah. So
I would advise like to talk to him first. Tell him
Yeah.
you found this, but then me personally, me knowing myself, I would have left him ages
you would
ago.
have left him.
I would have left him. I don't
think
care.
would have. I mean, okay.
You're rape. Oh my
No,
god.
because again, I think it comes also to the idea of rape, because I think you as a woman, it's a topic that is very sensitive.
Very
It's
sensitive.
something
Yeah.
that it's a fear, but I don't think any girl or anyone should experience it. So as a guy, it's different because guys are usually pictured as rapists. So usually we get judged, even if you're just talking to somebody and somebody just assume we're talking baka. So I have been on the other side. You've been on the other side. As a victim, I've been of the offender. Um, so
The
one,
predator.
the predator, I think,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's what many people would assume when you're talking
Yeah,
to
of
a
course.
girl. It's night, or you want to say hi, you want to ask for directions, then people would always assume
Yeah, they would
that.
assume.
So
Yeah.
I think one, I would encourage to talk to him because again, that's his past. I think we've all done
Yeah,
some
first
stuff.
of all, talk to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he does regret it. Maybe he did some. Maybe he went to jail even for it. Maybe he did this time. So
Yeah.
maybe he suffered the consequences of it.
Yeah.
To divorce, I don't know. You would have to check your financial status, your kids. It's a process.
Yeah, I think when you guys have 3 kids together and 17, of course, I'm not saying that's a reason not to divorce, but I feel like this is a person who've built a life together for
And
17
you've
years,
known for 17 years.
and then this is one thing that happened in his past.
In his past,
And
yeah.
as you said, I think he was younger. I think when you're younger, we don't really think of things. Sometimes, again, you think like it's cool, like oh damn, like you come out. Like we've even seen this music video.
Yeah,
of
that it was disgusting.
Yeah, that was terrible. And like
That
they
was
even
so
shot,
terrible.
like guys was like, yeah, they even on Zuya. So I think when you're young, you're just stupid. At some, I wouldn't say it's a reason. I justify being young, being stupid, but at the same time, depends on the people you're surrounding yourself, because that's the age where you don't know much about life, don't know much about consequences of doing things, and especially like there's an influence there, alcohol is involved, and again, I would wish to talk to him and make him at least maybe confess to that girl and
Yeah,
talk
at
to
least
that girl,
funnies or
apologize.
repercussions.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he
then,
faced the consequences of his actions. Then, if you want to divorce him after he has done that, then that's on you. That's your decision.
yeah,
But like, talk to him. Make sure your dada, she's okay. She's safe. It's a really sensitive topic.
yeah, it's a very sensitive topic.
Sensitive, yeah. And if you have faced any of this, like if you've ever been a victim, make sure you seek help because it's traumatic.
It's traumatic.
It is traumatic. And if you're a predator, shame on you.
Exactly.
Shame.
And
You deserve to go to jail
yeah,
for your life.
Kabisa, not just jail. I think there's more.
Even I wish we could do more.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do more.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can do more.
But I think that it's not okay to do something without person's consent.
consent
I
is
think
key.
consent is very important in everything. It could not just be sexual, but anything. It's important to ask the other person, the other party, if they're okay doing whatever you want to do to them, or yeah, and allowing them to have the right of yes and no. And if they say no, please respect that, because some people tend to think like, oh,
Yeah,
it's a
like
no that can be a
it's
yes.
not that I hate that. I find it so
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's
Whenever
like
a guy says it's a no that can be a yes, I'm
it's
like,
like, hey, sure. Like, yeah, I'm like, guys, um,
I
again,
know it's a no, just that. It's just that. Unless it says yes, it's a no.
yeah, just have like a self control. You wanna this holiness and stuff like it can be controlled, but at the same time, don't put yourself in a situation where you might do something that you regret, and your wife will find it about the 17 years you're married.
Yeah, and then now
she
you
leaves
have
you for just a stupid thing that you have done that you could have actually lived without it.
yeah, and imagine if your wife really dramatic, she takes it to your boss. Now you have no job, you're blacklisted to the police. Now your family has discarded you. Like it can be a major thing
It
for.
can be a major thing.
So yeah, like be careful what you do, and yeah.
Yeah, and also when you, on the other side, when you do something like this, before it blows up, like a wife finding about it, make sure you're
Yeah, tell
open
her.
to
Be
the
open.
person, and also like you want to come clean, or also because again, you coming out and speaking about your mistake will help other people not do this mistake that you have done, and it will save so many lives and so many traumas of people who
Plus
might
more respect. You get more respect.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
acknowledge you took responsibility for your actions.
Yeah.
Now you are more respectable. Now I actually respect you. But then if you hit it, now you're a sleaze. Disgusting. Ugh. Naughty boy.
Oh, bad girls. It could be both.
Bad girl. Yeah, it can be the other way around. It can be the other
Yeah.
way around. So bad girl.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Make sure you get the consent.
Exactly.
Yeah, consent is key. Anyways, that's the end of the episode.
Thank you so much. This was fun, actually.
It was really
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. You have really nice energy. I like that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you guys for listening till here. Thank you for staying with me till here. Please do share, subscribe, like, do the do's, don't the don'ts. Nice reviews are preferable. Constructive criticism, keep it at a down low, because some of us are trying. Our mental health is not that great. Horrible comments, take it up to your great ancestors, not to me, please. Anyways, that's all. Bye.
Bye, guys. I love horrible comments.
No.
I love when somebody's like pouring their like hate, like their problems. I'm like, wow, you're going through a lot. I usually just respond like, I don't know what.
You need a cookie?
I was like, oh, thank you for using my space to express your insecurities. I love those. I was like, wow. I'm not sure if this comment section is enough, but feel free to visit me on like other platforms so you can express more.
So you can express more.
I was like, I love those. Like, bye guys.
Bye.